Hello boys, my name is Koyoshi, and welcome back to Mario Strikers Battle League, a blind playthrough of this. In the last episode, we left off doing a very long training session that took a bit longer than I wanted to, so we're going to change it up a bit and do some cup battles. So because this game doesn't unfortunately have much, most of this game is just going to be the cup battles. So to make it a bit more longer in terms of inflation, I'm going to do one cup battle at a time just to keep the video simple. That'll extend the game a bit more, but it'll also do some other stuff. So we're going to do cup battles one at a time, and I'm pretty much going to use a pre-planned team for this, as I'm picking this based off of my favorite characters that I picked. So I kind of just balanced out other stuff. Alright, so we're going to start with the Cannon Cup. So, the reason why I mentioned that I'm going to do this is because I'm going to be doing 3 main characters here that I've already set up, and I guess I'll just bounce out the other ones based off of heaviness just to do other stuff. But the first thing's actually more important. I'm going to pick Yoshi first, go with his gear equipped. You can actually pick more characters as well, but the same character again if you want to, but for this playthrough, I'm going to be splitting it up a bit. Next, I'm going to go with Peach, with her gear equipped. Mario, with his gear equipped. And then... oh, I see. For some reason, Yoshi could be picked more than once, but Peach and Mario can only be picked once on each team. And then, for our last one, we're going to go with our boy Donkey Kong, actually, for a change. I know I did lots of other characters like Rosalie and other stuff, and I probably would just pick Toad normally, but sorry Toad, I think I'm going to go with Donkey Kong this time, because I think I do need a strong character to defend against stuff. So, we're going to go with Donkey Kong. Doesn't have gear, so we're going to stick with that. Maybe get our gear a bit later. And we can go with different teams based off of other stuff. I think I'll just show off all of them. That makes the most sense. We're going to go with Red first. And there's also different random areas we can go for some reason. We'll just show off all of them. So we're going to do Lava Castle Team 1 first. And so, there we go. So our goal is to win, from the looks of it, 3 times to get the cup. So we need to win 3 times at some point. Otherwise, we are eliminated. So first, we're up against the Super Mushrooms, which also has Yoshi as well. From here on out, the teams are going to be more balanced, and they're also going to be a bit more aggressive, but I don't know if they'll be on hardest difficulty yet or not. Because I'm only doing 1 cup at a time due to its sheer length and potential other things that can happen, I'm just going to do 1 cup at a time because, like, it could be intense. And yes, just for the clarification, we can't lose more than twice or we're gone. And to keep the videos simple, if I actually do lose twice, the video will not be recorded. Oh, and because we're red, our Yoshi cover actually changes to match the cover. I forgot about that. So all of your team changes with our cover changing altogether. Now, just like before, we could do the exact same strategy as we did the last time. Just spam shots like crazy, try to get somebody in. Nice. Now, gear will help out quite a bit, because if we bounce it out decently, we could potentially do certain battles easier, but some other areas will be a bit more difficult. Now, because this is probably still level 1, none of the opponents are probably going to be any reasonably difficult. I kind of went off there just to make sure they couldn't get an item. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't really have a good strategy for technique, so I prefer to just go absolutely aggressive and just shoot like crazy. And then use the Mega Hyper Strike as soon as I get it, because that's usually how I score. Perfect! Okay, good. From here on out, we're kind of just going to use whoever happens to have the ball, Hyper Strike. And because that's perfect, it's going to guaranteedly go in. And just so you know, we only need to win by 1. We don't need to win by more than that. So pretty much we need to focus on going aggressive. And then once we get 1 goal, we're just going to play keep away for the rest of the game. Oh, cheapers. That was a very fast shot. I almost thought he was gonna get it. Not gonna lie, that is pretty bad. Need to remember that I need to press R to dodge the attacks. Ooh, another goal. Of course, while I do this, I am throwing some cheap shots here and there, because if I happen to get a goal and get up to at least 2, then they can get 1 goal and it won't... Oh, or 2 goals or a single Hyper Strike goal and I'll still win. That's basically what I'm going to focus on. Of course, the first battle is usually pretty easy, and then the later battles is where it gets more difficult. I like how he still is trying to fire so immediately. And that's because, well, because it's focused so much on shooting, that means their buffs are mostly going to be speed-wise. So that means as soon as they get their ball, they're gonna likely shoot it. Oh, I shot that way too soon. Okay, I only got 1 of them perfect this time, but gotta use these while I still can. Now, they don't always block it, like I said. Sometimes they will randomly stop it or choose not to stop it. Oh, we still got a backup goal off of it, though. Even if they don't stop it, they may get stunned by it. And this is the first time Yoshi scores a goal as well. Kind of a weird way to score a goal, but it is what it is. I'm just going to throw a banana right off the bat. And I am probably going to use a lot of buffer strategies, since... because you hold down the ball to do stuff, you can use a lot of buffer strategies where you can just buffer an input, and then as long as you erase it at a certain time, the attack will come out at around the exact frame you want every single time, which helps out a lot. Now again, as they're focused on shooting, they're probably going to be exclusively buffed towards... Oh, I actually tried to cancel that, but I don't think you can cancel it once you go into that. Whereas a charge shot, you can cancel it by pressing R if you see opponents about to attack you. Beyond this, though, yeah, it's just going to be, to keep the video short and simple, it's going to be just a full tournament. That way the game still has a little bit of fun and feel to it, and we can still do other stuff. And yes, just to clarify, we're showing off the entirety of Cup mode, but it's not going to be done the same way as we usually do. Usually I'm more focused on 1-hour videos and some other stuff. On this, I'm more focused on just trying to complete the game. I mostly got Donkey Kong just so I can have a powerful character that cannot be tackled. This is mostly both for team balance and for some other stuff. Also, I just realized something I could do. If they get a Hyper Strike, we could just play Keep Away. And if we dodge at the right time or press passes at the right time, they won't be able to use it because we'll just kind of stall back and do other stuff. And then I'm just going to throw it back and see. Now, by the time they did that, their Hyper Strike is run out. That's an ingenious strategy you probably will see me use a lot of. Just to purposely stop them. I don't need another Hyper Strike, so we're just gonna wait. And there we go. An overwhelming victory for the Rockets, and we move on. Oh! That's cute, a victory animation. Just Ito and Shifu. It's not very often that Yoshi actually shows off his ton in these games, because some of the other games, they kind of just don't let him show off his stuff for some reason, because they think it's really awkward or something else, but that's actually really cool. Alright. And, whoa, 9-4, sheepers. That team got destroyed. Alright, next match. Okay, now we have almost kind of the same team we used in practice mode, except Bowser's replaced with Wario this time around. We'll see probably a few characters in here, probably, by the way. Because, it'd be silly if there wasn't. There might be some hidden characters, too. I checked, but it doesn't seem like there's many characters in this. Notably, characters like Waluigi and a few others are actually missing from this game. I know in Mario Strikers Charge, Waluigi's usually here. Anyways, yeah. Fortunately, this doesn't really change much. So now we're facing off against Mario as the main captain this time. Alright. And here we go. Well, this time he got it before us. But because they're so aggressive, they're just gonna probably focus mostly on passing. But again, nothing much is gonna change here. I'm pretty much all about aggression, in case you didn't notice. I'm pretty much gonna go around, go as close as I can, use as many power shots as I can, until I can get... And to try and get a goal early. And then once I get the early goal, I'm going to play more on keep away. Although I'm still going to try and keep the ball away from them at all times. Ooh, a 1-1 this time. Because I'm blind, I honestly don't know what kind of difficulty setting there is. I might check later once once we finish this cup. I'm going to look at Quick Match for a second, because I think Cup Battle uses the same CPU settings as Quick Match could. I think right now it's on the lowest difficulty, which would make sense, because they aren't really playing the best to their abilities, and... Well, that was kind of a weird charge cancel, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, see, but now they actually managed to sneak one in. We're gonna skip that. You can skip any goal animations if you want. Okay, so now we have to score again. This is where it can get really difficult. I didn't even see what happened there. I was so focused on doing other stuff that they somehow managed to score. Like I said, if I go aggressive enough, I can eventually score just by doing other stuff. I like how I did an early dodge just to see if I would get anything. Okay, good. Take the lead back. Alright, we might need to start getting a couple of hyper strikes in here. Let's do a buffer strategy. See how this works. Ooh, alright, that worked out well. And see, because I'm what I mean by a buffer strategy is I'm just mashing Y as soon as I get into that. That way, I will always use an item as soon as it's available. Also, I just realized, if you just score a goal, they won't even be able to do anything anyway. And by the way, that box, just so you know, the item boxes, I think I've mentioned this before. You might have seen it in the training before, but yeah. You don't want to tackle people unless they have the ball. Oh, jeez, that was closer than it needed to be. Should have known that they might add an IM here. Okay, I'm gonna pass over to Yoshi. Okay, we got a perfect Yoshi Hyper Strike. Now we get to see what he does. Classic. A giant egg gets kicked instead of a regular ball. Perfect. And he even sits on it. And there we go. Perfect Hyper Strike. Unstoppable. Let's see that again in slow motion. That was cool. Just blew him out of the water, dude. And yes, my strategy is pretty much all aggression, because if I can get a lot of goals using this, and yes, speaking of which, it's not just dumb aggression, as you can see. I'm using pretty much nothing but perfect combo shots and perfect shots, because they're the best way to score in this game, and sure enough, it's been working out well for me. You can get a lot of goals using this. And of course, it involves also playing Keep Away. I swear, probably as soon as we start getting into the later stages, or more specifically on the passing tree, I think they're going to start passing more, because, like, if I can just do that buffer strategy each time, then they're never going to get the ball as early as they want to. Ah, missed it. No, booze on this time. Again, depending on what level you get, will change based off of which, I need to be ready to move this. So I'm gonna move around this time, because he's probably gonna get this. Ah, wasn't able to get that done in time. We're just gonna play Keep Away for a bit. Watch this. Oh! I was about to say, watch this go in. Another way to get rid of their Hyper Strike power is if you just immediately get a goal as they get the Hyper Strike, or while they have it, they'll lose it as well. So that's another way to get rid of it. Well, at least we get to see this cute animation for a little while. Nice. Alright. Obviously, the videos are probably not going to be as on as they should be, but it's a thing that we have to deal with. Second win now. Just need one more and we're good. And there we go. And it skips through all the other ones, so it automatically gives you one. Oh, I just realized, because as it's double elimination, this works exactly like a tournaments have been going lately, in that they actually have to beat us not once, but twice in a row to actually get the victory here. And so now we have... wait a minute. This is the same team again! We just beat the Flyers earlier, and now we're going to have to beat them up again. Alright, one more win, and we're good. For this cup. Now, the first cup is probably not going to be that real difficult, let's be honest, because, like I said, all the characters aren't going to really have gear yet, and there's some other stuff that just makes it easier. Speaking of which, we could always just farm gear whenever we want, although we don't really need more than just a little bit. And yes, of course I put gear on everyone, because they look much better in that. I think for Donkey Kong, I'm going to make him the shooter, likely. That's what I'm going to probably go for. I want to have a strong shooter as well. Okay, see, this time they actually are smarter now. So as you get later on into the game, they're more aggressive and start using more stuff. Thankfully, our Boom Boom's guaranteed to knock everyone out. So they went from doing nothing to now, all of a sudden, they're using bunches of dodges and charge tackles. Which means they probably leveled up a little bit. Ah, I didn't get the perfect pass there. A perfect combo shot. I was hoping... Yes, just like I thought. That was a good shot. Oh, I barely got this off in time. Like how it does it in slow motion. We also see Donkey Kong's shot, which he uses his fans to do. Of course it misses. Of course we have to get unlucky and get a miss. I was about to save that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is gonna probably be a bit more difficult. Obviously, when there's, when it gets to the last match, I should know that they get a lot more difficult on the last match, but, ooh, we get a quick one up there, though. Evens it up.
Oh, no. Mamma mia.
Oh, this is a new animation. He's frustrated because, we tied it up. He should be more happy because because he got one goal, after all. Oh, see there he actually tried to dodge this time. On the previous difficulty, he hardly dodged at all. Now he's dodging like almost all the time. Oh, I got to realize that, of course, dodges use stamina, and stamina is kind of important. Oh, I should have known, Mario. I was actually late on that shot there this time. Ah. Oh! He dodged to the right, and we just mashed the shoot button and managed to get a goal before he could take the ball. That looks really cool. Good for you, Peach. Because she has a lot of technique points put into her, if she were to do crazy shots or powerful shots, they'll be much easier to score. So in a way, she has a easier time scoring. Okay, good. Interrupted his charge shot. By the way, you can't stop the charge shot yourself in this game. Previously, when you get have to do a charge strike or whatever in the or what is it? A hyper strike in the Mario Strikers Charged. There is a mini game you would then have to play where you would then try to stop it by hitting the balls, which made it a bit more epic. In this, apparently, they just made it RNG, so, yeah, that's kind of bad, especially if it's against a bad CPU, because if they get perfect shots like this all the time, that would be really dangerous to go up against. But anyways, we have a 2-0 lead now. See, look, he immediately dodged right as soon as we got in. They didn't even score with the Hyper Strike. They just wanted to get one quick one. And yes, Yoshi kind of just went for a random balance to try and do something decent. That's a new animation I haven't seen yet. Probably because I've never scored with Donkey normally. Alright. That was a bit shaky at the start, but we got it through this time. It's kind of hard to pay attention to the Hyper Strike location right off the bat. See, look, see, now you didn't fall for that animation. I tried to do that same cheap trick, and he was able to dodge it this time, because he knows that. So note to self, if you were already to get hit by an attack, just dodge right at the beginning, and you might end up getting a perfect dodge just like that. Because of that, I might have to wait a bit before doing my next charge tackle. Okay, that was a lame way to score a goal. You didn't even do a charge shot. You just walked up and just, like, watched. He just did, like, the walk shot, and for some reason our goalie just missed. I think that was mostly our goalie's fault there, let's be honest. But it is what it is. So far, though, this aggressive strategy is working really well. We have a lot more goals than they do because we're getting a lot more shots than they are. My idea is to just get as many shots on the goal as possible because that gives us more of a chance to score. Okay, that was almost perfect. Oh, I didn't notice before he eats a banana before he attacks. So far, only both of our shots that weren't perfect have been blocked. This time, they didn't get blocked. Okay, cool. Alright. I just realized since... Oh, it's already over. I scored right as the timer hit 0. That was cute. Anyways, there we go. Just like that, that's the first cup done. We only need to win 3 times to get through. So it's not going to take long. We're taking home the trophy. Serves us right. Indeed, they are. Alright. Cool, we got it. And of course we have a Chelsea animation. Oh wow, that gets teleported in from the side. 400 coins for Cannon Cup victory. Oh, and also, before we go, we need to go back to gear as well. Alright, I mentioned I need a good, shooting person. We're gonna do that with Donkey Kong, so we're gonna... So we're gonna do that, setting on him. Keep in mind, you can change between this on the fly if you wanted, so if you really had trouble doing a certain battle, you could just go all strength with all of your characters and also use all strength characters on top of that. Although, because I'm not going to be going gear with anyone else, I'll probably just use the same characters. So, now we'll see that. Donkey Kong is set up for shooting. Mario is set up for strength. Peach is technique, because, well, it makes sense for Peach to be technique. And then Yoshi's all around. I kind of just went with whatever. That's actually, funnily enough, I picked like the cutest one. I wanted to initially go with a bit of speed and some other stuff, but I also wanted to give him a bit of strength just so he wouldn't have other stuff. So I focused on things that didn't cost him strength. So I pretty much did strength for the first 2 and speed for the rest, so it'll be kind of mixed. So I think speed, and I basically wanted to keep the shooting speed high, so I used 2 speeds and 2 strengths. That's the balance there, I guess. But anyways, now we have Donkey Kong with some gear on, which is cool. Now we're more than ready to do battle with these characters. Speaking of which, the teams will probably get harder later, too. Okay, one thing I'm going to check now. Let's look at Quick Battle and see... let's see what the CPU difficulty is. Okay, so we have easy, normal, hard. So what I'm guessing is, easy is going to be for the beginning of the basic, battles, then all is going to be the setting for the last battle. And then, once it gets to the Final Cup and Final Cup only, it could be one of the following. It could do easy for one battle, normal for the next, or I guess do the exact same thing again. So in our wires, Battle 1 would be on easy, Battle 2 would be on normal, and Battle 3-ish or so would be, the last one would be on hard. Or, it could do normal twice for the first 2 battles and hard. Either way, what I'm saying is, we're probably gonna have to deal with the CPU on the hardest difficulty for the last battle, but hopefully by the time we get there, we only have to do it once, because, like, yeah, hard difficulty CPU, that might be a bit of a challenge to beat, because they'd have all the best stats in the world, and probably be really aggressive at doing stuff. Beyond that, though, next cup battle will probably be Chain Cup, which is teams that focus on passing, so that means they'll be doing a lot of combo shots. This one's probably going to be the scariest one, let's be honest. The fact that they can just do a lot of strength is pretty bad, crazy. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next video where we continue going through the cups. Until then, see you guys later. Bye!